Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Reality Budgets and my name is Victoria. Today we are going to be doing a budget with me. I'm a little late on this because I've been sick, so excuse me if my voice sounds crazy and if I'm sniffling in this video, but I wanted to get something up to you guys. I think I just got what my boys had last week, so just bear with me if I sound a little froggy. But I wanted to get into briefly showing you my monthly budget and then also breaking down my paycheck budget for you guys so that you could reference this video for when I'm doing my cash stuffing next. So just stay tuned. And if you are new here, I would love if you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on that post notification so that you don't miss any of my uploads. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video and if it's helpful to you guys. And also leave me a comment down below if you're new here, and also if you're an oldie but a goodie. You know we love to have conversations here and I love to speak with you all. So if you have any questions, also I have an email address. It's realitybudgets21@gmail.com. I will link that down in the description as well. I don't want to ramble any further. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get into my monthly budget and then we'll work on my paycheck budget together. Okay, so I wanted to get a little in depth with you guys in terms of how I set up my monthly budget. So I have a bill tracker, and what I do is I normally break out my bills between paycheck 1 and paycheck 2, but that was because I previously was paid on the 15th and the 30th, and that just kind of helped navigate those paychecks, excuse me. But now I've switched to bi-weekly, so luckily it still kind of falls in line with, you know, the two breakdowns that I have. But I would suggest if you are getting paid bi-monthly or bi-weekly, that you set up the bill tracker how many ever times you need to. But really, when you're getting paid bi-weekly, you're only getting paid twice a month, with the exception of certain months where you get 3 checks. But if you schedule it to just take up 2 checks, you have that extra check to allocate towards an extra payment on something, a debt payment, or you know, stuffing your sinking funds further. So I'm going to be doing that in July because July falls with the 3 paychecks in 1 month. So you'll see what I'll do there. But for the most part, what I'll do is when I'm doing my monthly budget, I'll go ahead and take all of the bills or expenses that I have here for paycheck 1 and then for paycheck 2, and I'll combine it in one. And I normally like overestimate in terms of electric, gas, and water. I allocate $150, but it's been a lot lower than that lately. So with that being said, I'm just going to show you how I have broken that down. So I'm just going to find my monthly budget for this month. Here we are. So this is June's monthly budget. And what I'll do here is, like I said, I will take all of my bills, all of my expenses, and you guys know that I normally do the percentage method. So I'll do the percentage method, which is my needs, my wants, and my savings. My wants I put in my cash envelopes, so that kind of works out. So my needs are all of my expenses, and that includes my cash expenses and my electronic funds transfers. So I have went ahead and, you know, allocated 80% of my paycheck or our paycheck for them. And the amount would be $6,560. And that's what I try to stick with in terms of budgeting for my, you know, expenses. Envelopes, that's 5%. And for the month, that would be $410. And savings and debt is $1,230. Again, that's for the month. So that's going to be 2 checks that I would split up. So then here is where I'll go ahead and, you know, list out all of my electronic funds transfer. So anything that comes out of my account that's auto drafted or whatnot will come out here. In terms of my cash expenses, I have my mortgage, car payment. And what I mean by that is I'm already having that auto drafted out of my account bi-weekly. But there are times when I have some rollover from the amount that I have here. and then the normal cash expenses that I have here, and I'll have some residual, I guess you would call, that I can go ahead and apply to any of these areas. So mortgage, car payment, or pest, and even utilities. I need an area to put utilities here. And what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and break it out however, which way. But normally, like last month, I was able to do that. But this month, it seems like I'm only going to be able to do my gas and groceries. And I believe that's because we have some, let me think, I think some credit card debt that we're gonna go ahead and pay off or pay down. So yeah, so with that being said, what I'll do is I will tally up, or I'll total up the amounts here in my electronic funds transfer. So that totals out to $5,440. And I'll subtract that from the $6,560. And that leaves me with the $1,120. So with the $1,120, I'll just go ahead and allocate it, with these different cash expenses. And again, like I said, because I have $1,120, you guys know my grocery bill has been about $500 each paycheck, and that equates to about $250 for a family of 5, plus my dog. So, that's how that works out. So I had to put $1,000 here, and then gas, I normally stuff $60 per paycheck. So, that accounts for the $120. Now, my sinking funds are considered my savings or debt, because I do account for debt snowball here. So that's $1,230. So I broke that out accordingly. And I actually feel like this is going to switch up on my paycheck, because there are going to be weeks, or there are going to be paychecks that I might put less towards giving, because I'm trying to put more towards the boys' sinking funds. I'm trying to do $50 per paycheck so that I could get them to the 1K point, and then maybe I'll lessen it down to $30 or something like that. But I really want to put a 1K slip in their envelopes as soon as possible. So I just wanted to bump that up to $50. And then from there, I'll just go ahead and break it out. So I know there's certain things that I have set in stone that I want to put towards, certain sinking funds. So like giving, I normally put $400 a month. So I start by doing that. I'll add the $400 here. I'll do the boys' envelopes. I'll do my savings challenge. So with that, what I'll do is I'll go into my binder. I'll look at my tracker and I'll see what I need to contribute for the month. And I'll just go ahead and do that. From there, I just go ahead and evenly distribute out whatever is left. There are certain things that I want to prioritize and add more to. So I'll go ahead and do that, like anniversary. It's coming up sooner than we think. Family fun. It's the summertime. So I want to go ahead and make sure that I'm stuffing that so that we could take the kids out and do stuff. Groupon has had some fantastic deals for family activities. So I've been purchasing some of those. Cash envelopes. My cash envelopes are more like my wants, right? I don't need to have a spending allowance. We don't need to dine out, things like that. Beauty is not necessary. So those are things I consider my wants. And I have $410 to divide between 2 paychecks. So about $205 each, give or take. And this is how I broke it down. So spending, I'll do $100, so $50 per paycheck. And I split it out, 25 for me, 25 for my husband. Dining out, $50 each paycheck, so it comes out to $100 for the month. Beauty is $40, so 20 and 20. And then Amazon is $70. So 1 week I'll do 30, 1 week I'll do 40. And then stationery is $50 each. So, we'll kind of figure that out along the way. So now I want to get into my paycheck budget. My first paycheck for the month of June. And I'm hoping that I'm staying in frame. I have a new setup because I don't know if in the other videos you guys were hearing that boom, boom noise, but it was I had my hook connected to my desk, and anytime I would put something down, all you would hear is boom, boom, boom. So that was annoying me. So I was hoping that it wasn't annoying you, but I just wanted to change that. So I have a different setup now. So hopefully it's a little bit better. So now with my paycheck budget, I basically do the same method, except on a paycheck by paycheck basis. because there are times, like I said, with each paycheck comes each set of bills, and some, like I believe the beginning of the month is a lot heavier than the end of the month in terms of what I owe in bills. So at the end of the month, I believe I could stuff, you know, I have a lot less that goes towards my electronic expenses. So I can probably start to cash stuff some of these mortgage or the gas and pest envelopes. So that's just how that works. So my needs 80%, and that's 3,212. Again, envelopes is 200, and then savings slash debt is 602, and I didn't have a bonus this month, so the total amount is $4,014. Excuse me. So again, I told you I'm a little late in uploading this video, so I've already done my budget. And my mortgage and car payment, I told you I'm on a bi-weekly schedule. So my mortgage, I split in half. So it's $707. And then my car payment, which is $774 total, I split it up to about $367 or $387, something along those lines. And that just electronically comes out of my account. Now, my utilities and trash, you saw that I budgeted about $400, $450, something along those. Yeah, I believe $450. But all we had to pay this month was $295. And my internet was $80. Music and art, that's my son's saxophone payment. So I believe we should be paid soon. I'm gonna call them and see what's up with that. But that was $52. Amazon Prime. Again, these are all the expenses that I pay with my first check of the month. So, you know, certain things have already come out of my account. State tax and insurance, that has already come out of my account. And then CPI and my mom's insurance has come out. Savings, that automatically comes out and goes into our other account, our high yield interest savings account. And then PSNC, you know, some of those payments I have to actually schedule. So anything that I highlight in green are things that were already paid out, and things that are not highlighted are things that are still, you know, yet to come out of my account. With that being said, that came out to $2,730. So what I had left was $340. I had a little bit more because I already used $40 for gas, so I have $40 remaining. And then groceries, I have $300 because I've used $72 of that. So yeah, so that's what I have remaining. So that's what you'll see me stuff. And then my cash envelopes, I'll be stuffing $185 because I've already used $15 from stationery. So you'll see me stuffing 50, 50, 20, 30, 35. So spending's getting the 50, dining out 50, beauty $20, Amazon 30, and stationery 35. So if you're wondering why I allocate certain amounts here, it's honestly because it's just tracking your expenses week by week to see how much you spend. If you're not spending anything in beauty, maybe drop this down to $10 and then add it to your dining out if you're dining out more often. Amazon is an addiction for a lot of us, so you know, giving yourself a realistic budget will allow you to stay within budget or not spend it at all, right? Because you might want to save this for your next paycheck to get something you really want. I think before this budgeting method, what I did was I was just like, oh, there's extra money in the account. Like, I'm gonna grab whatever is there, it's on sale. And then what ends up happening is that when you really need something, you don't have the money for it. So I'm trying to teach my boys that, like, instead of impulse buying, buy something that you want or you need and save up for it. It's a lot more gratifying when you get exactly what you needed instead of looking at a bunch of things you don't really use anymore. And like I mentioned, I'm going to be bumping up the amounts that I put for the boys. So I just kind of dropped down the amount that I did in giving. I'm doing $100. I'm going to cap out giving at $1,300. And I believe we're at $400 right now. So we'll get there with the paychecks. And then savings challenge, I'm doing 100 because I'm doing my envelopes and my, my savings challenge. So I'm trying to be on top of that and make sure I stuff that. And yeah, so everything else, you know, I've broken down that way, and you'll see me cash stuff it, but that totals out to $602. And again, if you guys have any questions, I use the zero base, like I combined percentage with zero base. So I account for my total check, but I like to keep myself in certain buckets just to keep myself organized and to see where I'm spending more and where I can cut back, and then where I can shift my funds. So really this 85-15 has worked for me. And my goal is to start to reduce the amount that I am spending in needs and start putting that towards my savings. So that is it, you guys. I will see you in my next video, which will be my cash envelope stuffing for the first paycheck of June. And yeah, thank you so much again, as always, for being here. I appreciate you guys. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.